Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Welcome, everybody, to the Fighting Falcons show. I am your host, Spurge, and we are joined today by the CEO of the organization, the one and only Mr. Lucky Moore. How are you, sir?
Making moves, doing my thing. What's going on, Spurge?
You know, it is, but watch this. So, Lucky, I got to ask you this, right? What did you think of this season so far?
As an organization, I think we took a huge step forward as far as marketing, putting the brand out to everybody, and really making it more than just a football team.
And how and like, what is it, the things that you said on, like, what do you mean, like, by that?
So, even stuff with like the X-Fan show, it's been a huge way to put the brand out to everybody. It's been a way to really get insight on players, staff, the organization. Game days were great. Huge shout out to all our fans, sponsors, connections. Every single home game, we broke every record for our attendance rate. So we took a huge step forward.
Now let me remove you here. See, look, Lucky, I
Bingo.
had issues. But I got it all fixed as we started, just the way it goes with live recordings. Lucky, I gotta say this. I gotta say I am honored to be part of this organization. It was the first time really that the X-Fan show tackled something the way it did. Just this summer, a lot of stuff was going on for us. So yeah, I mean, we read 3 of the home games that we were there,
Yep.
and compared to from the other years to this year, you were talking about the marketing, the branding, us adding this little thing to the Falcons network. The one thing that I thought was very successful for us as a whole were the meet and greets at Hot Shots.
Yes.
Like, you guys had never done anything like that and tackled that before.
No,
And
not even close.
I hope I upheld my end of the bargain by help promoting those. And because our last one was a very successful one there.
Yes.
And I think, where was that? That was at
St. Charles one?
Was that St. Charles, or was that the
It might have been the Fenton one, actually.
Fenton one? Yes. Like, what do you think that those meet and greets did for the players and the team as a whole?
Well, first of all, the biggest one is just working on a player-wise, just being a public person, right? You're not just a Facebook page that shares the Falcons stuff. So really getting the guys in front of people, answering some questions that might make them uncomfortable. So, getting them out of their box of comfortability was a huge thing. And obviously picking up fans that aren't directly related to players. That's always ideal, is having fans that just like the football, like Falcons. They just want to come just to be there. And I think that gave us a more intimate connection with our fans, like I said, rather than just a social media connection.
Now, there was that little couple, the older couple, because where we were set up, they gave us literally like the entire front part of the bar and restaurant.
Yeah.
And there was this 2 little old people, and they were just there to play Golden Tee, and they were like freaking out because we were sitting there. And I remember me and Austin were like, "Oh, you guys go ahead and play Golden Tee." And they're like, "Well, who are you guys?" We're like, "Oh, well, we're the St. Louis Falcons."
Right.
And this is what we do. And they even actually showed up to one of the games there. I think they showed up to the Afton game.
Yep.
And they said that they really enjoyed it. So for you to get like new fans like that, like you said, not a lot of the new fans that aren't related to family members.
Right.
as an owner of this organization, to hear people like, oh, I didn't know who you guys were, but I had a great time. What does that mean to you as an owner of the team?
Well, it means the world to me. To anything, I think it's a testimony to how hard me and my team have worked for the last, 4 going on to 5 years. The brand has been around. Really showing people we're not in this for a financial gain. We really gain nothing from this in reality. So I think they're seeing that it's a genuine nature to what we're doing, and that we're just trying to put something positive in the city.
Yeah, and I will say this because I know that last year you guys had did some like trunk or treats and stuff like that. I know that we have a lot. Why would you? So Chubb's saying throw that jersey away. Who's that jersey behind you there? That number 10. It don't look like an Argent. That's what I thought. Okay, because I was saying it doesn't look like an Argentinian jersey or an Inter Miami jersey.
Right.
But yeah, why would you throw a Cooper Kupp jersey away?
Ringless teams. It's okay.
But we have a lot more planned coming up in the future. But before we go any further, we will let everybody know that this will be our last weekly show. After that, we will be going the first Saturday or the first Sunday of every month, probably all the way up until, I want to say, March, right before the season kicks in. But we will be posting stuff, and if we have to do a special Fighting Falcons on a Sunday, we'll do it, because guess what? That's what I can do here at the X Fan Show. I can just do a show whenever I want to.
Yep.
So that's the programming note there. But, Lucky, let's talk about the growth this year. Because to be honest, I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't think that this show, when we started it, would get as big as it did.
Right.
And how big it actually got.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of our number one shows on the X Fan Show page. Did you think that us doing this weekly little show about a little semi-pro team in St. Louis would get to where it is today?
Even when, we started discussing the idea of it, I wasn't sure. I've seen countless teams say they're going to do this, attempt to do it. They get their 2 or 3 shows and you never hear from them again. Right. So I think that's just another testimony to what we've been doing. We didn't just do 2 episodes. We've ran through the whole season plus some.
Mm-hmm.
So, a big number to look at is because of the X Fan Show, we've now pushed over 1 million impressions across our social media pages. So
yeah,
that's a record-breaking year, and we're still halfway through the year.
I mean, yeah. And I mean, I remember we started it even, probably 4 weeks before the season started?
Yeah, give or take, yeah.
Or maybe even longer than that, because we had like a lot of players on.
Yeah.
And then sometimes Austin killed me with players. We'd have 4 or 5 players, and we were always having some kind of sound issues or whatever. But to be honest, when we started it, I mean, I knew I would do it every week because I enjoy talking this kind of stuff.
Right.
And I enjoy. Oh, look. The wife. She goes, it's not because of the X Fan Show. It's because of her. Yeah. But I mean, there were Sundays where I was just like, God, I'm tired. And she was like, no, you owe it to the Falcons. You owe it to those players to go down there and do that show. I'm like, all right. Now, we did have a few hiccups there because we had a very jacked up summer in spring with the rain and tornadoes and stuff, right?
Yep.
But what do you think was one of the most improved things? Because from what I saw, it helped a lot of these guys see what it's like to be a professional athlete. And because you're right, I did ask these guys a lot of questions that made them uncomfortable.
Yep.
And that's what it was about. Because you said, hey, nothing's off limits.
Yep.
Go for it. So how do you think it helped a lot of the players? How do you think this digital platform that we put in, how do you think it helped the players and the team grow even more?
Well, it's like, I think a great way of putting it is, you put them in a professional setting they're going to do one of two things. They're going to live up to it or they're going to run from it. So the guys like Chubbs, we had Chubbs on a lot of episodes, Jenkins, Deasy, Dre, a lot of those guys that were real soft-spoken or even sometimes overspoken, they got put in professional settings where not only were they talking to you guys, some of it was venting. Like I said, it was uncomfortable for some of them. So I think it relayed back to the field because they knew, hey, look, we're going to get back on the X-Fan show, and we're probably going to get grilled in the comments. People are going to question us, and it's a way of holding them accountable. So now outside of, coaches, and their families holding them accountable, we have a whole network, that really gets on the players now. So.
Yeah, and what a lot of people don't realize, Lucky, is we got connections, just not in the semi-pro world, but in the pro football world. And some of these players on this team got looked at.
Yep.
And some might have opportunities in the future. So that's just another layer that you have given these guys, and so for that, I just want to say thank you for even letting me be a small piece of that.
Absolutely.
And to help do this,
Absolutely.
But Chubbs, I do have a big Buddha right here in front of me. It's got my USA jersey stretched out because they play tomorrow, and with our boy Flo being back in, we actually have a chance to beat Belgium.
Man, you ain't lying.
I love it. All right, so let's get into it, Lucky. The season. Oh, here you go. Well, that's going to be something we're going to talk about in another episode, right, Lucky?
Yep. Give me a couple weeks. We'll be ready.
Yeah, so that might be for that next episode, the next episode. But let's talk about some of the things that are coming up in the future, right, that you have for this team. I know we can't talk about one of them yet.
Yeah.
But we can at least talk like this, right? It's last Sunday. I'm chilling. I get a text message. Hey, I need this from you. And I look and I go, holy crap, dude. This is what it is. And you're like, dude, this is beautiful for us, right? I was like, yeah. So there's that. Now, Austin says we will at the team banquet, right?
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Look at her. She goes, best team player, Big Mouth Award equals Chubbs.
I second that one.
I think that's a given, right? But let's talk about the team banquet that you guys got coming up, right?
Yeah.
Do we have a date for that yet, or what? How far out are we looking at?
So we don't have specific dates. We're actually this week. Austin's been working his tail off getting all that, but and Tanisha. So August we'll be having a back to school drive for sure. We're aiming at the Berkeley area, hopefully working with McClure South Berkeley again. That's always a huge event. October, we host our annual. It's one of the biggest trunk or treats in North County.
Mm-hmm.
It's powered and partnered with St. Louis County Police, St. Louis County Parks and Recreation, the mayor of Blackjack, the whole shebang. And then December, we'll be doing our annual toy collection drive for the children's. I
want to talk to you about that off air, Lucky, because I have an idea.
Sweet.
I have an idea of who we can partner up with to make it easier for us.
Cool.
And make it even bigger.
I'm for it.
Even bigger. So, yeah, we'll talk about that. I'll call you after the show on that one because I think this would be really, really good for it. But let's talk about the back to school thing, right?
Yep.
Okay. We have other professional teams in this area. There's only two of them that do back to school drives. It's the Falcons and the Slam.
Yeah.
That's it. Well, does St. Louis City do one? I know the Blues don't do one. I know the Cardinals don't do one.
He did one a couple years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
I know the other football team doesn't do one.
No. Mm-hmm.
So to you, because where I grew up, I grew up in Peabody Projects, moved out to the country. We were the poor white family, right?
Yeah.
So my mom and dad took advantage of the school drives that people put on, right?
Absolutely.
To you, what does it mean to give back by doing that school drive for these for these kids?
Well, it's the same thing you said. Not to get all sentimental, but I grew up the same way. I grew up in a family of, including the parents, 10. 3-bedroom house, middle of Miami-Dade. And it was the same thing. Like, we were excited to go to the back-to-school drives. Like, we knew we were going to get free haircuts. We were going to get nice book bags and all the supplies. And as a parent, me being a parent now, I take advantage of it. It's a great opportunity. So for me to be able to host and give back to things that really were big for me as a child is great. You know, helping families out. You know, we don't bring just some random guy to come cut their hair. They're professional licensed barbers. So, you know, we're sending kids to school with fresh, brand new, free haircuts, everything you could need. And we also donate to the teachers as well. So they're getting a bite out of it.
Yeah, because I know that when we did when we were doing our B-Hawk live show, because, you know, Amanda's son has autism.
Yeah, yep.
In which we actually did our autism game. We actually did very well there.
Yeah.
We did a book drive for one of the Confluence schools.
Okay.
Where they just opened up their library, and we did one, right? And yeah, so for me, doing anything with kids, it's a big thing. Like right here, Mr. Curtis says, I already got my clippers ready. The wife already said, I'll come out because she is a professional hairstylist there at Philip Johnson. She already said that she would come out and help with the haircuts and all of that stuff.
Lovely.
So it's stuff like that makes this organization a top notch in the world of the football that we have in this area.
Yeah, yeah.
So we have that in August. Now, the one you said you said August. Now the one you said in October is the trunk or treat.
Yep.
And we're doing where are we doing that one at again?
I believe they hosted at the North County Rec Center. I think last year they had 2,000 kids show up.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's going to be kind of fun because it's Halloween and it's you know, that's the fun thing. And now we didn't have trunk or treats when I was a kid.
Right. Yeah.
I didn't have them. You're a lot younger than me.
We had a couple of them. We did the old school around the neighborhood though, you know.
Yeah, that's exactly what we did. We did it around the neighborhood. Then your parents were told, let me make sure there's no razor blades in your candy. I'm like, I don't care if there's razor blades. And now I realize it was just them trying to steal my damn candy, the bastards.
Because now I'm that parent.
Exactly. But anyways, so we're gonna do the trunk or treat, right?
Yeah.
Again, what does that mean to you? Because I mean, what I've noticed with you is a lot is giving back. You don't really care about the money or nothing like that. You care about giving opportunities to the guys and giving back to the community. So why does doing the trunk or treat mean that much to you to give back?
You know, obviously, the number one thing about being able to be in a position to give back, I give all glory to God for that. I really do. But the trunk or treat, it's great. It really is. You know, St. Louis is unfortunately a crime-stricken area. And there's just some kids in some areas that, look, they're not walking around in their neighborhood going trick-or-treating. And that's okay. That's what I'm here for. So I like that, you know, we could partner up with St. Louis County and all their government offices and give them a safe, secure place to get probably more candy than they're getting in their neighborhood, some bounce houses, and just a good time. You know, they do the hay rides. They do everything.
He goes, that voice was creepy, Spurge. What voice did I put on? Did I put on a creepy voice?
I don't know. I might have missed it.
I might have missed it too. But I have some ideas I want to do for the trunk or treat. So I'm going to reach out to some people and see if we can get some stuff donated to even make it more fun.
Absolutely.
For the kids for the trunk or treat. Season's over. Didn't end the way you wanted it to.
No.
The guys had said it all year on this show. The only way we're going to lose is if we get in our heads and we beat ourselves. Well, fellas, I hate to tell you, you beat yourselves.
Yep.
They got into their head. Other than that loss, right? What was one of the crowning moments for you for this season?
For me, I think the main one was just the grit of this group. Even the same thing with the being in our heads. Our first loss of the season, the Bucks, we were in our heads, right? And to be honest, I can say this now: the season's over. That next week, we went and played who was at the time the number one team in the league. I probably wasn't as confident as my guys were, and just going off years past, and we went up to Kansas City with like 38 guys, and we knocked them off. No matter how it happened, we knocked them off. So I think that was a defining moment that we were at what I think is a point where either we're going to take off and get it or we're not. And we definitely took off and get it.
For me, I would say it was that game in Kansas City where you guys were down.
Yeah.
They didn't freak out. They came back and won.
Oh, the Bulldogs game. Yeah.
Yeah, the Bulldogs game. I think that was, for me, that was one of those games where it actually showed these guys, hey, listen, if you don't fight with each other on the sidelines, you guys can do this. Back each other up. And that's what they did.
Yeah, that game, honestly, I forgot about that. Like, I even remember me being on, that was only week 2 for us. And I'm on the sideline at a point down 14-0. And I'm like, hold on a second. Like, this isn't what's supposed to be happening. So, hey, they got it together quick.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So, and then you added some new players.
Oh, yeah.
One in particular, Jay Bake. St. Louis legend around the area.
Yeah.
Get him on the team. What was it like having him as the leader on your team?
The leader qualities were always there, but for me, I think what really got me was just the humbleness. And if you really watched him all year, he'd come in and throw a 60-yard touchdown after getting out the car, wouldn't even nod his head. You might not even get a grin out of him. He'd throw, one game through for like 500 yards, 5 touchdowns. Didn't hear from him the rest of the week, So I think that was what it is. He's just a seasoned player, and, he really makes the hard things look easy.
Right, yeah. Now, we're building up to next season, right?
Yep.
Where do we see this team at from here, from where we're at now to the beginning of OTAs?
I'll put it like
believe
this.
it or not, those are going to be right around the corner.
Yeah, they are. I mean, how's a good way of putting this? I'll give it out too much. If everything pans out the way, and then I'll give a shout out to a lot of guys, Austin Chubbs, AJ, like they've put in a short amount of time, they've put in a huge amount of work with recruiting. Just to put a little bit in perspective, our player pool is already over 100 players, and our season just ended. And I don't open recruitment for my staff till like October. So if it pans out the way I'm hoping, and I know it will pan out, I think we're going to make a jump 2 or 3 years ahead next year.
No, I could see that. All right. So like right here, Steve goes, I could see if Boeing would be part of that toy drive. That's cool. Get a hold of Lucky. We can figure that out. Oh, here it is. When I did the creepy, I gotta check your candy for the razor blades. Okay, yeah. The wife goes, I should bring out the projector and the blow-up screen and play Halloween movies on. I don't know if that would work.
It's in a big gymnasium. It actually might work. They host it in a pretty big gymnasium.
Oh, we do it in a gymnasium?
Yeah, so they have indoor and outdoor. Yeah. I'll make sure I get you and Amanda with Carl. He's the lead event coordinator for the Halloween Spooktacular.
Well, if that's the case, I could bring our blow up. I could bring it and the projector.
Yeah, so remind me after this to make sure I tell Carl to either get you or Amanda on that little. They do like a team meeting like a month before toss ideas around of what they're gonna do.
Okay.
So we'll make sure we get.
Well,
you
I mean,
guys.
yeah, I'm going to call you anyways because I don't want to forget what I want to tell you about this toy drive. But
Okay.
do you know this Steve guy right here?
That's well, he's already made it known. So that's one of our new signings since the season ended. So I just want everybody to remember the last name Hatcher and then get back with me in April next year.
Well, there you go. So he says he's going to get. Oh, great. See, Lucky, why do you say this, Lucky, on the air? Because here's what I got to deal with now. I got to deal with her because nobody's going to want to do it the way that she wants to do it. She's going to get all mad because everybody takes forever. She doesn't let grass grow underneath her feet, Lucky.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks, man. Now my life's going to be terrible for the next 3 months before Halloween. Thanks. But so I want to get back into the partnerships.
Yeah.
A lot of great partners. What is this? Is this a hayride?
Oh, he's talking about the Halloween spectacular. Yeah, they have like a hayride out there.
Are we gonna? No, we're not gonna play Michael Myers. We are not gonna play Michael Myers. I mean,
yeah, they got to be kid friendly.
I don't know, man. With these kids nowadays, you think they're
they might like
Michael
it. You're
Myers? Right? They might like it. I mean, look, I'll tell you how bad of a parent I was. I was letting my oldest son at 30. It was when H2O. Yeah, the H2O version came out. And he's sitting in the back of the in the bed of the van, right? And he goes, "Oh, Michael's gonna get up. Michael's gonna get up. Michael's gonna get up." And then he said it. He goes, "See, I told you." So I mean, and at that time he was what? I don't know, 6 or 7 years old. So I was letting my kid watch Halloween at that age. That's a terrible parent. Terrible parenting, right? Terrible parenting. But look. You added this. You added us as a new partner, right?
Yeah.
But yet you had a lot of returning partners.
Yes, we did.
You had the State Farm. What's Tom's last name?
Tim Kylo.
Mess it up. Tim Kylo. You had him. How long has Tim been with you?
Oh man,
and stuff like that.
So Mr. Kylo's been with us since we started. That's one of I don't even call him a sponsor. He's a great family member to the flock. He's a great supporter. He's very active, and he loves talking football. You know, that's one thing. Every sponsorship meeting we have with him, we get to sit there about 30 minutes and talk all football. So, yeah.
Well, now next year, over the next few years, you never know. You might see his little spot right here on the show. We got to get that. That's one thing I got to apologize to you, Lucky, because I could have made this show look a little better as we went on. But,
we're growing together. I'm with it.
Right. That's what's going to happen. You know what I mean? And then you have you had Applebee still retain with you.
Yep.
And stuff like that. So for you to keep these sponsors, right?
Yeah.
Year after year after year. What does that mean? Because they must believe in you. But for you guys, what does it mean as the owner of the Falcons that these guys keep sticking with you?
I mean, I love it. I'm thankful for it. For me, not just having fans is great. Having our donators, they're great. But like having corporate companies that they see what you're building and they believe in your vision so much that they want their brand by yours. So for me, I'm 5 years in on this brand, and I got brands that have been around for 50, 60 years, bringing in a jumbo amount of money, and they want to be a part of something that I consider a small piece of St. Louis. So, I mean, again, it's another testimony to our vision, our execution, and how we attack things.
Now, can we give something a little bit of away for next year?
Yeah, what you want?
So, you've been around for 5 years now, right?
Yep.
But we're going to add a few little things to the game day experience for people. So people be looking out for that.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to be adding, we're going to try to see if we can make it work, right? Because I know we talked about it. Like little sweet type of things for people.
Yes.
So something different. We're still working on it. We still got a lot of stuff to work on.
I think a really cool one we could give away that we're gonna have next year is and I'll only say one part of it because there's two parts of this, so to keep people thinking.
Right.
So we'll have a way that fans in a community can directly get connected with individual players.
Yes.
And I'm not gonna give it away too much, where their contributions, whatever that may be, can favor those individual players. And I'm gonna let you guys come up with whatever theories you want based off of that.
But yeah, exactly. All right, here you go. The wife's got a good question for you. What goal would you yourself, Lucky, make for the team next year, and a goal for yourself next year? Ooh, that's a good one.
That is a good one. I think a big goal, I'd say, for the team, I'll even say for the organization next year is, and I've been preaching this since the season ended, becoming a bigger community team. We're one now, but I want it to be to a point where next year we're packing stands. So that's one of my goals, is to eventually fill a stadium. A goal for myself, I'd say this is for myself and the team, and I know this is a big one. I've never said this, but it's a championship. That's just my expectations. We're year 5. I know I've set the foundations. I know my perfect timing. I know my teams have set the foundation. So now this year we're really more focused on growing rather than building. So I think those are my two goals.
Right. Now right here, Austin says the Buffalo Wild Wings in Mid-Rivers has the Falcon jersey hanging up now.
Oh, yeah.
That's another one that has been with you for a while. So, I mean, Lucky, whatever you're doing, it's been working. Whatever you guys have been doing, it's been working. For some reason, you guys, I remember our very first conversation when I found your Facebook page, and we can tell that story, right? Because I think it's kind of funny. I call you up, or you call me up, and you're like, hey, this is Lucky. I'm like, oh, hey, this is Spurge. Here's what I do. And I go, look, you don't know me from a hole in the wall. I was like, all you know is I'm some crazy old white dude calling you up saying, hey, let me help grow your brand.
Right.
And you're like, I'm down with it. Let's do it. So
and to put it in a crazier perspective, I found your email after missing it for like 3-4 weeks, just like cleaning through my emails out.
I was like, all right, well, I was like, screw them. They ain't got back to me. And then all of a sudden here I get this phone call out of nowhere.
Yep.
Like, oh shit, it's the Falcons. All right. What are we gonna do here?
Right.
So it's definitely been a fun ride. Let's see. Coach Mike was supposed to join us, but he was still getting off the plane.
Yeah, yep.
I know that England is playing right now against Mexico, and it's crazy. The crowd's going absolutely nuts.
That's a big one too.
Well, then tomorrow night's the big one.
Tomorrow night determines a lot.
Right. All right. So before we go, Lucky.
Yep.
Let's talk about the August 1st. That's the back to school drive, right? Okay. If people want to donate, because by the time we do our next show, it'd be the month of our toy drive or our back to school drive. Have we got an idea where people can donate, where they can drop stuff off, and where are we going to collect it at or anything like that? Or are we still working on all that details?
So the idea is whatever date in August we select for the toy drive, the 3 weeks prior to that, we'll have collection boxes across some of our sponsors' offices.
Okay.
Couple bar places in Buffalo Wild
For the
Wings.
back to school drive?
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
So we'll do that, and then we'll have our main collection date / handout date, which we'll do all the haircuts. People will come collect some stuff, and then we'll have a third date where we go take all the selected donated items to schools.
Okay, so see, there you go. So we're going to have that all very soon, though, right?
Yeah,
right.
A couple weeks.
Yeah, and then that show will tell you guys where you can go, and then we can give you some more news. Other than that, Lucky, do we have anything else? Because I know we recapped the season. It was a tough loss, but we saw growth.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, look at this. Look at this. See, I am so proud of this team and so excited for what yet is still to come. She goes, she's talking to the players now. Get your own heads and stay tuned to who you are. That's a smart thing. But do we have anything else that we need to talk about that we can give away?
Keep supporting. That's what I'll say. Keep supporting these players and holding them accountable. And next year, we're going to give you an even better product. That would be my final message.
And stay tuned because, like Lucky said, there's a way that you can impact these players' lives. And that's all going to get brought up later on. All right, well, Coach Mike, guess what? Too bad you can come on August 1st, or we could just do another special show with Coach Mike. It don't matter. But look, we got anything else that we can give away?
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. This is what I'm talking about. Quick and easy. All right, Lucky, stay on. Don't go anywhere.
Yep.
We will see you guys August 2nd, right?
I think so.
Will be our next show. I'm checking right now. Yes.
Yep.
August 2nd will be our next show. 7 o'clock. We will see you then. We will give you more details about the back to school drive and all of that stuff. With that being said, this is Fighting Falcons. Lucky, thank you for joining me.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to talk to you after the air because I think you're going to love this idea. And we will see you guys August 2nd.
See you.